morning, Bridgewater, and welcome to our assembly, the last one in this half term. So we're now breaking up today for our holiday. Even though we can't go anywhere, we hope you're all going to have some downtime and enjoy some family time. Today, as always, we're celebrating all the lovely things you've been doing, either at school or at home. And I've got a couple of postcards I want to mention. So I've got one to the whole of Swallow class. Apparently, you've been doing a Choose a Chore Friday all term, where you've been doing lots of tasks around the house. So I'm sure your parents are going to be over the moon, and I'm really pleased to hear that. And then I've got one for Gracie, who was an amazing David Bowie, and her picture is in the gallery. And that was part of everybody who did the Express Yourself dressing up last week. So well done, Gracie. And then finally, there's a postcard for everybody. As we come to the end of this half term, Mrs. Bettridge and I want to say a big thank you to all Team Bridgewater. Teachers, teaching assistants, office staff, parents, carers, Mr. Wesley, the governors, and all of you, each and every one of you. Together, rain or shine is our motto, and we've got through this half term, and we'll get through whatever happens after half term. But thank you for your amazing contributions and for making the assemblies so interesting and fun to watch. I'm going to let Mrs. Bettridge speak now, as we're together. We haven't been together since the first assembly. We're finishing together this one.
Hello everybody, so just following on before we have the galleries, because there's 2 galleries this week, we have 2 videos. One video is from Stanley, who has made something at home and he wants to share it with us, and I just want to say sorry to Stanley because it was meant to be in last week and I managed to forget it. I have spoken to him and apologised, but Stanley has done some amazing work at home and yesterday produced a sort of acting piece with his sister and his dad, all to do with what they've been learning in history. So Stanley's video comes up first and he'll explain it, and he is followed by a video of Gracie as David Bowie, and she says a few words. And everyone was amazing in the Dress to Express week, but the David Bowie from Gracie was amazing, so there's a short video of that. And then we have 2 galleries. The first gallery is our usual gallery with me talking through all the excellent work that's been sent in, and then the second gallery is all of the Dress to Express pictures of you all dressed up, the ones that your teachers have sent in, and I'm not talking over that one, you just get some music. But I hope you enjoy looking through them. I hope you spot yourselves, you can pause if you want to, and as Mrs. Dewson said, hope you all have a lovely half term. Thank you.
I built a robot spider that me and my granny and grandpa got me, and I spent the whole Sunday doing it. No, not the whole Sunday, but quite a lot of time. And it was really cool, if you can see. When I showed Archie it, he started barking because he thought it was something. And it can only go forward, really slowly, look. Bye.
Hi, Mrs. Kenny. I like David Bowie. He's my hero. He's my favourite music. And he makes me feel happy. And this is my wig here. Mummy just didn't make this. It's a wig, and this is my face paint. I hope you like it. Bye! Bye, 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 bye.
Good morning Bridgewater, and welcome to our gallery this week. We have lots and lots of exciting things to show you, and then when the gallery ends there'll be a separate video with a second gallery with all of your Dress to Express outfits. I won't be talking over that one, it will just be a video with some music for you to watch, but they were amazing. So starting with this week's gallery, let's see what we've got. So we start off in reception, and a thank you to Vic, Becca and Nandi who organised a reception cook-along video call. And there's a sample here, and look at all those delicious biscuits. And then there's a cake in the middle, but I think that's a cake that Mrs. Berry has found. Look how excited you look and how concentrated you look making all of your biscuits. I bet they were delicious. Well done, everyone. We're busy stitching the tapestry, the tapestry. I don't know if anyone remembers that song. It was from an assembly, a Norman Conquest assembly a couple of years ago. But Flo has created a beautiful Bayeux tapestry. It's quite long that she, I think, has got her brother there helping her to hold it up. So brilliant, Flo, well done. I should have said that Flo is in year 1, and staying with Key Stage 1, here is some examples of some watercolour stained glass arts that were done during an art lesson with Mrs. Stoller. Very colourful. And staying with Year 1, Mrs. Berry has been very pleased with her Year 1 Moving Pictures project. So this half term they've worked on a project called Moving Pictures, and the final task was to make a book with 3 different moving parts, side to side, up and down and in a curve. And I'll just pause so you can have a little look through them. We've got Rose, Kieran, Charlotte, so that's 3 of them with names, and lots of others, so well done. And I think there's some on the next page, so I'm going to go straight to the next page now. And here we have some more. Yes, right through our project we have seen fantastic videos, design sheets and lots of super examples of different sliders. And Mrs. Berry says thank you. Look at some of our fabulous designs. We've got Amelia in that picture, and Neve, Isabel, and some really, really good pictures. So well done, Year 1. There's been so much going on in Swallow class that I had to find a little gap where I could put myself. So Swallow class have been enjoying Choose a Chore Friday throughout this term, and the parents have enjoyed it too. And just to name a few, we've had hoovering, tidying the playroom, emptying dishwashers, cooking, dusting, making beds and changing sheets. So well done, Swallow class. If you want to come and tidy my office, that would be lovely. Staying with Year 2, they've been learning about Samuel Pepys in their history unit on the Great Fire of London. They've done a great job of designing the cover of his diary, and some have even had a go at writing a diary entry. So we'll pause for a minute. I think looking at this that some of you have used something to make your diary entries look older. That might be that you tea stained them or something else, but you've done really well to make them look like they've been around for all those years. Well done, Year 2. There nearly wasn't room for me again because there's so much fantastic work. So Mrs. Cresswell set Year 2 an activity in science to do with dragonflies. They were tasked with either drawing or creating a dragonfly using salt art. And there's some amazing pictures on here of dragonflies. Very, very colourful. Really, really lovely. Well done. So I think this is a little bit of a favourite this week for me. This is an amazing watercolour painted by Martha from Swift. She was on North Church Common walking home, and she started it there and then she finished it at home. And it's a rainbow sky with trees and the common in the back, in the foreground. I think that's really beautiful. I might print that off, Martha, when I get to school, and put that up on our display. It's really lovely. So staying with Year 2, we've got Ava's art on the right-hand side, which is really colourful. I think it's actually a picture of Ava because that was how she was going to dress on Dress to Express Week. And then we move to Year 3 on the left. It's the left as I'm looking, it might be different as you're looking. But anyway, Year 3 on the left is Tosca Science, which has animals and skeletons. So well done, Tosca. I've just realised I've got a little bit of a typo there. Always happens to us all. So we now move on to Year 4, and in history, Teal class have been creating their own versions of Grendel, the monster from the Anglo-Saxon poem Beowulf. So we'll go through some of them. We've got Sean, not only created a terrifying Grendel, but he also read some of the poem. Sophia's gruesome monster was made using digital art. Safa's monster has terrifying eyes and teeth, as described in the poem. And Jack E's truly terrifying Grendel even had an axe, a real axe. Max created a great effect with a simple pencil drawing, and Kieran's Grendel made on black paper with pencils. Some fantastic art, Teal class, well done. Teal class have also been designing and describing flying machines and writing colour poems in English, and I just wonder if Mrs. George at any time mentions them a song called Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines. So we have over here, in no particular order, Alice's colourful flying machine, Harry's fabulous flying car, Annabelle's beautiful peacock feathered flying machine. Ashok chose yellow to be the standout colour in his art and wrote a beautiful poem full of figurative language about colours, and Stanley's super detailed flying machine. Well done, Teal class. So staying in Year 4 but moving on to Mallard class, and Mallard wrote some colour poems in English. And which one shall I read? Let's have a little look. I think I'm going to read Otto's. Green is a ripe, juicy apple. It is like the freshly cut grass outside people's houses. The smell of lush green leaves on a warm summer day. So that's really good. Lots of lovely poetry there. Well done, Mallard class. And staying with Mallard class, they also created their own monsters based on Brendel. We've got ones from Aubrey, Darcy, Tom T, Tomby and Phoebe, Toby, Kit and George. And I'll just pause there for a moment for you to have a look at them. George looks very proud of his. So moving on to Partridge class, they've started to write their own stories based on The Eye of the Wolf, which is a fabulous book by Daniel Pennack, which they've been reading. And there's some brilliant examples here from Jamie, Max, Olive, Lily and Naomi. And I'm going to read a little bit, one of the typed ones because of my eyes. So let's read from Naomi's. She stood silently, staring, as if a statue. It gave me a sense of uneasiness being watched like that. I'd never had anyone watch me like that. Even the keepers don't look at me. They just throw food as far away from me as possible. I closed my eyes to try and get away from the girl statue. I went behind the only tree and lay down on the cold, grey floor, closed my eyes and went to sleep sadly. Very good, Naomi and everyone else. Well done. So staying with Partridge class, they've also created some pieces of art inspired by different songs and Kandinsky. Aren't they fabulous, says Mrs. Brown? And yes, they are. So we had Sophia, and she also made ice cream. We had Zach, Hector, and Caleb has also done some fantastic maths using Roman numerals. So some wonderful art inspired by some different songs and some wonderful maths. Well done, Partridge class. That brings us to the end of this part of the gallery. Once again, I'm amazed by all the work that you're doing, all the work that you're sending in. It's really fantastic. So following on now will be a video slide without my voice for all of you dressing up, all the ones that have been sent into the teachers that the teachers have sent on to me. So I hope you enjoy looking at them. I hope you enjoyed Dress to Express Week. And as this slide has shown, you really were expressing yourselves through art and music and dressing up. So all that's left to say is have a really lovely half term, and I'll see you again first week back. Take care, Bridgewater.